Yeah, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Kale Frosty with my dogs.
High school pre.
And we got
Rudy Lo, creator of the logo, Mr. Foreign, never boring, always scoring.
And who we got with you, man?
I'm Master Killer from the 3rd Walk, Kingsborough. I represent web series Life. I'm an actor and Give Me the Loot and Force the Sin.
Okay.
I play Killer and Give Me the Loot, and I play Lay-Lo and Force the Sin.
I'm gonna watch it.
That's what's up.
Shout out Ray Lou.
Word, man. So, Rudy, man,
Real quick, those are web series that's currently still going on.
Like yourself, yes.
Yes.
That's all.
A little superstars.
Right now, we up to season 2, Force the Sin, episode 5 is coming out. 4 just dropped. If I ain't mistaken, 4 coming out. You know what I'm saying? 3 just dropped.
I just want to know if
I lose the numbers.
If it's up and running, so
when the numbers start coming out, then that's when I count. But you know what I mean? You know, yeah.
Legendary. We got Rudy Lo in the building.
Give Me the Loot season 3 is coming soon.
I'm gonna watch season 1 and 2. Give me the loot.
All right, man.
That's
So Rudy, man.
Facts.
So we want to start with you, man. Tell us a little something about who you are, man. Like exactly what part of Brooklyn are you coming from?
I'm from Brownsville. Brownsville is 2 areas composed of 2 different areas, compound to 1. I was born geographically in Van Dyke, Brownsville, 383. 10B. My family was one of the first 4 families in Van Dyke to have a double apartment with the wall knocked down because I had 13 aunts and uncles. But every day of my life, I went to Crown Heights, even though I resigned in Brownsville.
So that's why you say Crownsville.
That's why I say Crownsville.
Okay.
I'm Rudy Lo, the creator of the logo. I'm original LoLife. Red, like I said again, in Brooklyn, all over Brooklyn.
My fault. What year did LoLife come out?
The terminology and the title LoLife was birthed in about, we're gonna say 88 or 87. But the lifestyle and the culture existed before then. I'm smart enough to know not to get caught up with the politics of names and things being metaphors and changing. I bear witness to evolution, even though I'm an atheist. I ain't talking about Darwin's theory of evolution. I'm talking about change. Everything's about change. Nothing staying still in life. Some of my peers, some of my close peers, we got different views. When I say that, meaning
different
this.
views on how LoLife started?
Yes, with the title and how LoLife started. I say this in almost every interview, and I want to stress it now. Our plights and our fights in Crown Heights and in Brownsville is about Robin Hood, about the underdog, about the rich, about the poor, take it and give it to the rich. When I say that, meaning this, in my culture,
the poor take it from the rich and give it back to the poor.
No, I was born, I'm an 80s baby, you know what I mean? West Indians, no matter what they is, Jamaican, whatever, foreigners. Like I said, I'm a faking Jamaican, like I'm American, but I'm a Crown Heights nigga, you know what I mean? Like I'm a Wisco Manor nigga, you know what I mean? I know what I mean? So I understood most of my peers is West Indians.
Yeah.
And come to find out later on in my life, some of them is Africans and other stuff like that. They was looked upon and frowned upon when I was a child growing up. You know what I mean? Now people laughed at, the West Indians, the Haitians, and et cetera, et cetera. But I always like to root for the underdog because it makes the whole storyline more colorful. And that's what the LoLife's about. Now, I explained this before in one of my other interviews. I used to be in the traditional sense illiterate. So once I obtained a certain amount of knowledge, I understood that you gotta break things down to the smallest compound to bring it back around. You feel what I'm saying? So when I say that, I'm saying this. LoLife, the name, the title, was birthed in about, we're gonna say 88 or 87 when Thurston Howard III. I was present, we was on Broadway, 42nd Street, Times Square, crossroads of the world. He was conversing, hollering at a girl. He got knocked by another broad, you know what I mean? She acted like he was hard, and that's when the title came, and we ran with it. But before that, we was Ralphie kids. But before Ralphie kids, it was a St. John's Polo Posse. Like, I'm original Ralphie kid, but I'm the little guy. We had my peers, my older guys. Before St. John's Polo Posse, it was a two-front posse. Now, my older sister and people that's older than me know that Wingate was one of the prime schools at that time, high schools. That's where everything came from in my culture. That's where I bear witness to. And that's West Indian Central. That's Flatbush.
You mentioned Thurston Howell. Where did Rack Low come in?
Rack Low was one of my prior best friends. I grew up with Rack Low.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to that later on, but right now I'm dealing with the title itself. The title, some people don't like to bear witness.
Where the title came from.
Yeah. And we know, I don't know this, but in society standards, titles mean everything to certain people. So, I hate misconceptions. It went from, it's a caterpillar effect. I explained this before. A caterpillar is still a caterpillar, but it goes through metaphors. We are males, but when we begin, we are infants, then we are young males or adolescents, and then become adults, and then become elders.
Boys to men.
Boys to men, but we all one. So, Ralphie Kids, St. John's Polo Posse, Ralphie Kids and LoLife is all one of the same. So, my OGs like G George or whoever, you know what I mean? Wick Wack, any one of my OGs, they the same thing. They, even if they don't want to claim it, I claim it. I understand. I see the significance because this is what I'm saying. If I didn't, I couldn't end it with this. My life or our life, the LoLife life, ends with modern day, and that's still going through the whole lineages. So it ends with the other little guys, because everybody gotta have their time to shine, and that's where my little man Panda and Face and all of them come in. That's where my new persona was birthed at, which is Mr. Foreign. You feel what I'm saying? And that spares to everything now. Like I like the what I already boast and brag about, that my lifestyle. A lot of people, let's say, my journey with the interviews and all that, with YouTube and everything, started about, we're gonna say 2-3 years ago. When I first started explaining or conversing, explaining, chronicalizing my life, because I don't like to say story, some people used to be looking at me like absurd, like I was fairy telling or I was concocting stories, which is absurd, you heard? When I say my life intertwined with Biggie Smalls, Junior Mafia, and everybody worldwide already acknowledged that Biggie Smalls, Tupac, and we're gonna say Big Daddy Kane or Jay-Z. We're gonna go with Jay-Z. I'm gonna hit y'all with this. 3 of the greatest hip hop artists ever in life is Biggie, Jay-Z, Tupac. Fact.
That's a fact.
Undisputed, right? They all come from my life. My life is intertwined with them. When I was a fake ass artist, my peers that grew up with me is, like I said, Tomahawks, metaphors into Black Caesar management. They used to manage Big Daddy Kane, Omar Epps, Easy Mo B, Scoob and Scrap, $500,000, God bless the dead, to Conrad Jason.
R.I.P. $500,000.
R.I.P. $500,000.
Legend.
And that's where I come in at. Now, all of them come from that camp. Now, later on in life, Henny Loke, Scott, White Boy Scott, original LoLife. It wouldn't be LoLife without Scott, but guess what? It wouldn't be Junior Mafia without Scott. If you go to my page, when Biggie was a little guy with the Coogee, playing dice, that was in Scott Barbershop. Pizza shop, pardon me. And God bless the dead, the big homie Webb. You know what I mean? That was Webb and Scott in Porter Rock spot. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again, he had hit me. Oh, hey, shout out to my fake little friend, Bagger, Edward Jones, original Junior Mafia member. Klepto. I just have Terrence, Flatbush, I just shouted him out, I just posted him. Original Junior Mafia.
That's a fact.
LoLife.
Kleptomaniac.
Kleptomaniac.
Can I clarify something you said? I want to clarify this. You said the best rappers was Biggie, Jay-Z, and who?
Biggie, Jay-Z, and Tupac.
And
3 of the greatest.
Okay. I just want to clarify this. I just want to say one thing. You know what I mean? Me, Biggie, Tupac, and Jadakiss. If not Jadakiss, Nas.
No, like I'm really intelligent. Jadakiss and Nas is MCs. They MCs. I said a rapper.
Microphone controller.
They are MC. An MC and a rapper is different. A rapper is somebody that got a complete package. Like a song and a record is different.
I understand that.
Those two guys you named, they can make a great rap song. Rap.
Or let me say,
they have great music.
Or I can rephrase it and say
Lyrically skilled. Nas has more lyric. Is more
MCs. They not rappers.
And man,
I don't want to get sidetracked, but they rappers. You know what I mean?
But never hard to me.
For argument's sake, we can say icons because nobody can ever.
But listen,
Jayz is an icon.
I just want to clarify that on the air.
No, clarify on the air.
The best
No.
If
If you want to clarify it on the air, I gotta dispute that. Because if you want to clarify it on the air, and you want to put Jadakiss on one of those guys in there, you can't take Jay-Z out and just leave Tupac and Biggie. You take Tupac out and leave Biggie and Jay-Z.
Listen.
Tupac is a poetry. He ain't an MC. He ain't an MC. That nigga was a
big gangsta rap.
This ain't the nigga.
I deal with gangsta rap. Fuck all that. I deal with gangsta rap. I deal with the shit that made me go get the gas and go get it all my life. That's how I was. When you hear that shit that go, I can say 50, but they say he ratted, so I can't go with the rat. I'm not saying he's a rat, because I never seen the paperwork and I ain't on that level. But when I get there, I will find out, because I'm a king. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is, lyrically skilled, you know what I mean? Eminem is number one, for real. Eminem, the white guy. If you ask me,
we got to disagree right there.
Man, listen.
Skilled in what? Skilled in what?
Listen.
Like, what you shot?
He ain't aftermath for nothing. You know what aftermath mean? I'm lyrically in tune with mathematics. So if you aftermath, then that means you pass, you most high, nigga. Come on, man. Yo, bro, let's keep it real. I'm going by categories. It's just people speaking in categories, but they're not speaking in facts of who is the nicest lyrically. KRS-One is my motherfucking best rapper because he's a teacher. Okay? He taught. And I learned from him.
So if you want to mention KRS, right?
No. Let's get back to the story. We'll handle that later.
I gotta stop saying Jay-Z is nice. He ain't nice, man. He ain't nice. I'm from Brooklyn, where he from, and he ain't nice, man. Man, the hardest niggas come from Yonkers. Man, I'm a hard nigga. Until you kill me, then I'm soft. You know what I mean? Straight up. But the hardest niggas, man, they spit the streets that we live, bro. Come on, bro. They don't get no predicament because Puff. If Puff didn't fuck them, they'd be where Jay-Z could be. You understand what I'm trying to say?
You listen to Reasonable Doubt then.
Man, Reasonable Doubt.
We'll talk about that later. Let's wait.
You always like to me. Too many times.
Yo, cousin, this is what we're gonna do.
That's my
We're gonna talk at the end. We're gonna talk about that at the end.
True.
Let's continue. Let's continue.
All these niggas come from Yonkers.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Boom. So alright. So now that we back to
we feel like on track, right? What I was saying was, in the past when I spoke about people like Biggie intertwined in my life, Tupac intertwined in my life, some people may have thought that I was exaggerating or concocting stories. Recently, Gully TV just released a little thing he did with the Conrad, the comedian G. George. You know what I mean? He acknowledged that he the one that introduced Tupac to him. That's from that point of view, but we all know historically that Tupac, once on this side when he became famous, when Easy Mo B produced him. You know what I mean? Shout out to my producer Boogie, Easy Mo B. Shout out Mo B. Mo B is my producer protege. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the all same camp. Matter of fact, Papoose, shout it out, Conrad.
Shout out to Tupac, bro.
Come from the same
spirit,
camp.
You still be
You feel
here.
what I'm saying?
Biggie ain't lying you.
Entertainment wise. So
put this out there.
Now that
West Side, the best side. Know what I mean?
We're on the
best
east, right?
side. Best
We're on the east, bro. I can't dispute that, man.
Yeah, I'm from the east. Yeah, I rep the east.
New York
I'm from the east. I'm speaking truth right now. I'm speaking truth right now, man. Y'all know Big Smalls ain't putting no fucking motherfucking work. Only work he put in was motherfucking rap work, man.
Pop was a rap.
What work he put in? Who he ratted on? He told the truth. I don't look at that as a rap.
That's a rap.
How?
Somebody shoot you, you go on the song and talk about it. That's right.
If niggas got it,
that's right. We gotta stop blurring the lines of rap.
The world got it.
If somebody, if I
got it, somebody got to tell the truth.
If I step out this building today and got shot, and the first thing I do is go into the studio and make a song about it, snitch.
So listen, it ain't snitching if it makes sense. If it ain't snitching if it makes sense.
6ix9ine, man. Yo, listen.
So listen, we ain't gonna talk no rap shit right now. Let's get this off here, and then we'll get the rap shit later. So, alright, so fast forward, right? So so with the whole disputes with the names and the intertwining with the raps and stuff like that, around what years was that though?
Mid-80s.
Mid-80s? Alright, back in the day, I see you did like what like
shout out to Biggie Smoke and Little Caesar, them the lopes. I love y'all.
Hold on. Listen, when you did that interview back in the days, I think it was like one of the TV shows.
Oh yeah, that was B-Cap. You talking about B-Cap?
Yeah. Like, so when y'all did that right there, this was the time when lowlives was like really getting their names up out there. Like, how did lowlives come from like being like a designer type of crew to like being like a crew that was like kind of like respected and kind of feared in some ways out there?
First and foremost, I want to clarify this. It's a big conception. Our crew is not a fashion crew. You could say that's our uniform.
But that's how people viewed it.
No, that's how the outside see it at first, because people want to view you on your outer appearance until they get to know more depth. The essence of our plight, like I said, is coming from rags to riches. We begin. I personally, and I'm gonna say 90% of my friends, we began our lifestyle out of a necessity because we came from ill, forgotten backgrounds. Our parents was drug addicts, maybe alcoholics. Some people maybe was in prison. You feel what I'm saying? So we had to fend for ourselves. Me personally, I'm about for myself. Once I obtained the skills and started getting ill, it became addictive. You feel what I'm saying? So now it was no longer a necessity. Now it became a lifestyle for me. You feel what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons.
And tell them ladies how you was the underdog and always been, and your own people went against you, and now that you on Rudy Lo Chronicles, you recognize, man, because you telling the truth. The truth is power, man. My name is Master I Self-Love and Truth for Law. Man, listen, the truth gets you hated on, man. The truth make real niggas decide if they should roll with you or not, because they know you know, or get rid of you. So, to the people, if all black lives matter, do y'all want to get rid of the truth, or y'all want to keep the truth here so the secrets can come out? Huh? Because only the real niggas know the truth. The fake niggas ain't gonna tell it because they scared. And the other niggas just got money and just gonna conceal it.
Talk about like the inspiration, low life,
about the truth,
culture,
hip hop.
Streets.
Like I explained, I explained this before in the past. When I was a child, back in the days, like, things is backwards now. Hip hop used to imitate the streets. Art imitates life. So, nowadays, it's the reverse way around. Nowadays, people from the streets look at artists and look at hip hop and imitate that. That's like extremely backwards. We all know publicly at this point, hip hop originally started being a voice to the people. The plights, whatever we was going through, whatever situations people was going through, that was our voice. That was our voice of reason, us screaming, getting attention, or expressing ourselves. So therefore, with my culture, me and my peers, the lowlifes, I am a part of hip hop. Lowlife is a part of hip hop. Hip hop have 4 elements, to my understanding: graffiti, break dancing, fashion, of course, and music.
Y'all part of the fashion.
We're part of the fashion. Of course, we intertwine.
The struggle too.
We're part of fashion. Of course, we intertwine with music. No matter, even if it wasn't from the beginning. You can't name a rapper. You can't name a rapper from the '80s that was mainstream that didn't have something from our culture involved in it.
If you was born in the '70s, you hip hop. I don't care who you is. If you was born in the 70s.
Chill, right? Like, what I'm saying is this. Hip hop is a story of the people's from us from the struggle.
The struggle, yeah.
It still coincides with this. What's this? Everything in life makes sense. You see how I started to explain before we got interrupted about Wingate, about everything in my culture and the low-life culture starts from Wingate, where the West Indians at the underdog. Where did hip hop come from? West Indians.
Yeah.
That bass, and the music in the park, that came from the reggae, from the Jamaicans.
Scat music.
Scat music. You feel what I'm saying? And that come from the rhythm. And the rhythm come from where? The motherland, Africa. Which even now, like, a lot of people look down on the drill music. Like, I don't fuck with it because of the politics, but I like it artistically because sometimes, like, I'm a fake ass artist, so sometimes I know it's not always about the lyrics, sometimes it's about the vibe. You know what I mean? About the feel, because that's what music really is. Before we or society kick lyrics on music, it's about the feel. You listen to the rhythm. You know what I mean? Excuse me, it's a rhythm.
Most times the rhythm gives you
because the DJs controlled it before the MC came in.
Facts. Remember, Eric B was the nigga. Rakim was
microphone
nobody.
controller. If you're a microphone controller,
I
you're not
was a
supposed to let
sidekick.
the DJs control your music.
Nah, the DJ.
No, in the beginning, the DJ took the crowd.
You ain't gonna tell me that.
Tell them what to do. You supposed to tell them what to do.
The DJs control that first. You
That's
trying to say when the
That's now. Back in the days,
It's always gonna be
it was the DJ. The DJ brought the crowd.
The DJ always gonna carry it. Even today, the DJ still carry the music.
The MC
gotta go to the DJ to play the.
The MC was robbing. Yeah, the DJ's
But
back.
rappers like politics.
The MC still gotta go to the DJs to get their music heard.
Okay.
Yeah, fact.
What about when the music starts stacking and while you rhyming and all that? You gotta be a microphone controller and tell the DJ,
at first, all the MC did.
That's the difference.
At first, all the MC did was keep the crowd engaged.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, let's not talk about music. Let's talk about the
That's a
system.
whole
Let's
nother
talk about the
segment.
system.
I'm just talking about how low-life influenced hip-hop.
Shit's deep in the rap.
Deep in the rap, right?
Microphone controllers is not rappers, man.
Yo, listen, so
MCs ain't rappers. And hip hop is 3 different categories, man. And hardcore gangster music is another level, okay? That's why they stopped it, okay? Why they stopped that? They got niggas like me on the come up. I can rhyme, nigga. I battle anybody. The nicest nigga, even Hove. Alright? And I bet you I will take him out for his money. He ain't got enough rhymes as me.
Who that?
Nigga, I battled the whole thug. I was in a cycle with the whole thuggication. The whole thuggication, papoose underdog, another underdog like me. Okay, I was in a whole cycle with thuggication, bro. And I was only me and him was a 2 alright, so I know I'm ready for whatever.
Yeah, you said
Yo,
Fuck out of here, man. They got all the wrong rappers. They got all the wrong MCs, nigga.
Nah, this is not. We good.
Let's go.
Hold up.
This shit about you and about what I gotta say. I'm just voicing my opinion.
Nah, alright, let's get this interview going though.
That honey Jack.
Alright, but yo, boo, let's try to get this history out, though, cuz. So yeah, back to you. You saying like as y'all intertwining, y'all moving forward. So basically, like how did it take over the whole New York? The fact that it basically started down between like around those areas. So how did it spread over? Like my fault. Before you go to that, like who were the original like
members of
lowlife? The original members of the lowlife that started.
All right, last time I answered this question was mad controversy, so let me
you gotta think about it.
Right? Let me say this. I apologize beforehand if I forget anybody. Can't remember everybody. But for the record, I posted a list that I created in I think '89, and there's a list on my page. You know what I mean? But the ones that stand out, I'm gonna start from my side, from St. John's side. Rack Low, because Rack Low's from St. John's.
Okay.
Rack Low, Frankie Boo, Free the big homie. God bless the Dell, Kurt the Butte, Carvel, Ralph Lowe, of course the OG G George, the OG Frizz, Seagard, shout out E Yuck, Nesto, Polo Rich, which is AV brother, Carvel the Jinkster, damn, I don't want to figure nobody. R.I.P. the Ninja, you know what I mean? Hoslow from St. Mark's, Claiborne, Eastern Parkway, Clay Black, Lockheed, that's locked up, free Lockheed, the Thrill Kill, Conrad, co-defendant. Whoever else. If I forgot anybody, I apologize. Wick Rack, Ray.
I heard you mention Partner and Face.
B Bill, hold on.
I
gotta say B Bill. Face is like the second generation.
Second
B Bill, you know what I mean? Shout out to B Bill, Dollar Bill Dave, you know what I mean? The Garvey, let's say Vic, which is Thurston Howard III. OG Uncle Disco, Ski Black, which is his brother. Marco Polo, God bless the dead. Fats, Joey. God bless the dead, Fats, AJ, Joey, Dennis. I'm gonna throw you in there, Reese. Reese Black. Beck Live, even though he's not from the Garvey, but he represents the Garvey from Livonia. Beck Live, Jerv.
Okay.
I can never in my life forget the 90s. Dre, God bless the dead. Kermie, the OG, on Racklow cover. Surge, Kurt. They all represent the 90s. B-Ball from down the hill, Utica and Crown, my best friend. Where else I can go? Barlow, original Bar Kim that passed away here, original lowlife.
I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. I mean, not to cut you off, but Boostin was big in you guys' days. What made you guys think about the Lizzie bag?
R.I.P. to Boostin' Kev.
He's part of
Kev created the Lizard Battle.
So he's part of the lowlife.
Oh, of course. People in the past in our culture didn't acknowledge or didn't recognize or didn't speak about. Since I'm an artist, before I became an artist, like recording wise, Boostin' Kev did it, and he stole all his equipment. He stole everything. He used to wear rollies in the 80s.
Shout out to the boosters from Kingsborough.
And he's from Kingsborough. Oh yeah, cliche. He's from Kingsborough. You know what I mean?
He wasn't from Kingsborough, but he hanged in there every day.
Kingsborough, Roosevelt, him and Pringle,
with Polo,
Polo Rodney. Shout out Rodney.
Polo Rodney.
Question.
Andrew too.
I know you did a lot of time behind the pen, man. How long you did all together?
7.
Too much time.
2 and 9. Maybe over 20.
7, 2. Oh, you. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you was adding. I thought you was
Tell him about when we was locked up in Long Island. Tell him about when we was locked up in Long Island and Blood Nigga said, yo, what up? You crip? Yeah, what I said?
Master Killer. Chill.
Let's get on deck. Taking no hits, nigga. What?
You know Master Killer from Wu-Tang?
Look, that's my favorite rapper. That's my favorite rapper. You know why? Because he dropped a lot of knowledge. And I wasn't trying to. I never was trying to infiltrate him or beat him. Or beat. If anybody, I'm going to beat Al Capone. Because he did it. The gangster. But what I'm trying to say is.
What you said your name was Master Killer? I thought you were about to say Wu-Tang now.
They started, when I came home from jail, when I said my name is Master, I self-loving truthful law, they said, man, your name Master Killer. So they started calling me Master Killer in my projects. Okay?
Yo!
That's what made me turn crip.
Listen, you could have came here and told me
straight like
Master
that.
Killer from Wu-Tang.
Nah, I ain't Master Killer from Wu-Tang.
I would have believed you. And I'm a Wu-Tang fan.
Nah, that's my,
you look just like Master Killer from Wu-Tang.
That's one of my God-body brothers that got knowledge himself, and that's, you know what I mean?
Y'all legends. Y'all legends, man. Salute you guys, man. That's
but to get back at hand, my last sentence.
So all together you had about 20 joints, over 20 joints.
He beat a life charge. Talk about
but
that.
I had my last sentence. I had 20 to life sentence.
Facts. We want to hear
gotta
about
reverse
that. You beat that.
That's like one of the I always say the hardest obstacles and things I've achieved in my life. Due to my criminal lifestyle and due to me being repetitious, doing stuff repeatedly. Of course, my first bid I had 2 sentences ran concurrent. I didn't know any better. Back then when we used to get arrested, after a while they know that we go to the precinct or they release us from family court because we juveniles.
Yeah.
And we only charged with grand larceny or larceny, petty larceny. So they started jacking the charges up. That's when I learned about robbery in an indirect way, and I couldn't attach the titles until I got my paralegal degree. When I say that, meaning this, they started charging us, if it's 5 of us that go in the store, now they charge you with robbery. You understand what I'm saying? So now me knowing the information I know now, one of the subdivisions of robbery is aided by another person actually present or giving immediately threatened use or immediate use of violence afterwards. So they assume when you with more than one person, and if I have property and you try to retain your property back from me and I resist, that becomes a robbery. A robbery is a larceny used with force. Now, the way I obtained my freedom was learning the essence of the word robbery in the legal sense. The essence of the word robbery is, of a larceny is taking that of a chattel. C-H-A-T-T-L-E.
Yeah.
Back in the days in antiquity in this country, that was known as ownership of property. The black man was a tangible property. So I like to advocate now in the present tense, because I'm Rudy Lo, the creator of the logo, and I tell everybody I legally own that. I know I legally own it according to Congress, a Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. So if anybody try to ever in their life stop me from gaining ownership of that, then I work within the rims of the legal reality in New York State. I don't know about no other state. I know I work in New York State because that's how I got my freedom. Now I got my freedom another way is this way. When a person goes to trial, but we're gonna back it up. When a person is charged, when you first charged with a crime, it's an instrument, accusatory instrument. Once you go to the grand jury, it transforms to the grand jury to an indictment on. Now, when they charge you with a thing called a hedges bet. I learned that, my professor taught me that when I took my paralegal course. If you got 2 horses that's racing, horse A is popular, horse B is the next one. You bet on both, guess what? You won't lose. So, regular people, which is laymen, they believe that the police ain't gonna lock you up for nothing. So if you arrested, you did something. You may not did what they say you did, but you did something.
Yeah.
So the police will be like, all right, we know we only did grand larceny, but we're gonna charge him with robbery. So if we don't went up there, we went here. So look what they do. According to New York State law, CPL is a criminal procedure law. The rules and regulations, how you maneuver and move through the penal law. That tells you, 220.10 tells you you're only allowed to plead 1 level down. That's the rules. So they beat you in your head with a psychological effect. That's what they do to you. They overcharge you. So now after you lay up like a year, they come to you and be like, yo, we're going to charge you. We drop it to this. And you telling your family, you telling everybody, yeah, this and that. Now, so to shorten everything up, that's how they do in the beginning. Now, remind you stay locked up for maybe a year, son. You got to go through your pre-trial, whatever. You lose all that. Now you in trial. It's a thing called reasonable review of evidence. After everybody testify, before the jury go to deliberate, you can ask the judge according to the reasonable review of evidence. Technically, reasonable review of evidence means whatever everybody testified to at this particular proceeding, which is the trial. According to that, you can ask them for a lesser included offense. So I was charged with robbery in the first. Allegedly, people was tied up in Money's store on Steinway Avenue and robbed at gunpoint. I asked for a lesser included offense. They said it was unheard of. Nobody never asked to go 4 levels down. You only go 1 level. Now, it's a thing called a president. A president case is the OG, the triple OG, the person that set the trend. Meaning this, you know how everybody get arrested and they Mirandarize you? Yeah. That come from a landmark case, which is a person named Miranda. So before that happened, it happened to him and it became a part of the law. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So that's what happened with Rudopathy. Like, I brag and boast all the time. Anything I ever say I did, you can Google me. It's there. I'm in the law books.
It's in the law books.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I'll obtain my freedom. But just not that way. I'll obtain my freedom because most of my life, I always thought I was a brute. I always thought everything you could fight and you could thug everything.
Tell me how you send these songs.
When I was a child, I'm gonna get to that. When I was when I was younger and when I was a child, mad people always told me the pen is mightier than the sword, but I never bear witness to it. You understand what I'm saying? So once I got the life sentence, I'm a realist. I knew I couldn't escape jail. I couldn't break out. I'm not athletic like that, and I don't got resources. You feel what I'm saying? Of course, I'm a bullshit artist, so I didn't want to be the best rapper in up north. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't want to be a diesel nigga up north, still in jail with nothing. And besides that, before I got the life, I was already a big ass rapper. I did a song called "Remember Me." Nobody still didn't remember me, but guess what? While I'm in jail with the life, they got a fake Rudy Lo on my spot. So the shit is really eating me up. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas grab my dream, grab my storyline. I got a fake nigga in my spot. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew I couldn't beat my way through the doors, through the bars. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to hit the books. So I hit the books, and like I said before, I go to the core of everything. Because I got a natural talent of debating. I'm boisterous, you know what I mean? I talk a lot, I debate a lot. You feel what I'm saying? So I guess over a long period of time, once I assert the facts, and if somebody say this, then that's what it is. Like I know how to, you know what I mean? Narrow in and keep you there. But mainly, like to answer your question, my change mentality.
Got your charge reduced or whatever, and came home from that 20 to life. What was it? Life, you said?
Yeah, 20 to life.
So basically, after you did that, like when you came back home, like what year was that?
I got released in 08.
In 2008.
2008.
How much time you did?
I did 9 years and 4 months.
Before you actually took
Before I actually got my freedom.
So basically, 1999, 2008, that was like 2 different years for you. That's big, 2 different worlds for you.
You said 1999?
No, what is it? No, I mean, you did 9 years.
I got locked up in August 1999.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. From the time you got locked up to the time you came home, you basically came home to a new, different world.
No, not really. Not to me. It ain't seem like that.
So it wasn't like that?
Certain people it's easier to pick back up where they left off.
I'm wasting a lot. Like I was going time-wise, but no, I was in the loop.
Oh, you was in the loop of everything that was going on and everything.
Yeah,
like that.
loopy.
So basically, so when you wasn't locked up in jail and all the gang stuff started, like how was that? Basically.
A lot of people ask me that question about the gang stuff. The gang culture in New York City, it originated when I was upstate. Me personally, I never experienced that. I have quite a few debates about that because people find it hard to believe. Unfortunately, I've been locked up my entire life, like I said, and it's like I was trained. Mind you, I'm gonna point out, I'm a lowlife, original lowlife. When we was children, we wasn't popular like this. Let me clarify that for the audience. When I was a child, a lowlife was like a Crip in the blood neighborhood. The majority of people was, let's say, decepts or thugs or hooligans. We was pretty boy niggas shoplifting. The majority of us was pretty boy shoplifting. So guess what? Your girls like us, your mother like us, so you don't like us, so you trying to book us. That's what it was. So therefore, I guess I can already relate, but this is the main thing. My name is Rudolph. You gotta be rough to have a name like that. Nobody never played with me, man. Like I made my name relevant. Like I always was somebody. Always. So I never got drunken with my popularity or fame. A lot of people get drunken with their popularity or fame. So when I started getting incarcerated, even in DFY, Price 12 and all that, I didn't need nobody. I used to be obese. I used to be obese as a child. I was fat. And I was wild. So I don't need nobody to fight for me. Like y'all, like even though they was my age, mentality wise, y'all not my peers. You know what I mean? I already owned a house and had cars already. Even though I was locked up. You feel what I'm saying? I'm hanging out with older guys. So I didn't deal with.
Hold on, man. Come on.
I didn't deal with geographical locations. Let me clarify this. When I was a child, Brooklyn was like the #1 game. Brooklyn. You feel what I'm saying? Being incarcerated, of course, the rivalries is uptown. I never in my life refused a house.
I want to ask you a question. You said that low life was frowned upon back in the days.
Yes.
Now it has like a cult following.
Yeah.
Why is it ended?
Why is it ended?
Yeah. Why is it not popping now?
You gotta close the door, son.
Yeah, but y'all supposed to be bigger than y'all is right now.
What you mean? How many lowlights you think it is?
You close the door, cop.
How many lowlights you think it is?
You just stay right there.
I think it's like a community of y'all.
It's over 300,000 lowlife.
All over the world.
It's over 300,000
But I
lowlife.
think that should be bigger than y'all are right now.
Oh, we would be bigger than what we are right now because of differences of opinions and because divide and conquer, the same manipulation that the black man used back in the days to make us think that we was from different places and we all from one continent.
You mean the white man do?
Yeah, the white man, I'm saying, the pilgrim, the slave owner.
Right.
When, remember, we all from Africa. But according, along the journey to over here, you stop at Puerto Rico, Jamaica, da-da-da-da. So now when we get over here, we get years later, move forward, they try to make us think we all different and we all one and the same. The same thing with the lowlife thing. Because everybody want to be
chill
big.
for a minute.
Everybody want to be,
noise, huh?
everybody,
Man,
Who?
his friends from the front.
You gotta hold it down right now, so it's making too much
everybody want
noise.
to be,
Stop.
what you call that? Everybody want to be Rack. Or everybody want to be Rudy. Everybody want to be Chiefs. And nobody want to be Indians. Because my philosophy is this. If anything is started, let the foundation, the original thing be understood in the essence of the totality of whatever it is. Before you move forward and make another subdivision or another hood or another anything. Because guess what? If this is lowlife, which lowlife is the foundation, then now you got, let's say ULL. Or now you got RLPC. So now guess what? They want to make their own shit instead of people being original. Rack-Low started the barbecue. Rack-Low started Low Goose on the Deuce in a modern sense. Why is it emulated on other platforms? I don't understand. I'm never going to do that. I will add on to somebody else's stuff. I mean, add on.
Make sure you give the founder his credit.
I'm not going to remix nothing because I will be a hypocrite. When I point one finger at you, I got three pointing back at myself. I'm not one of them people. You feel what I'm saying? That's where RudyLo Chronicles came from. Inside my culture, when I came home, Thurston Howard III, which is Big Low, was selling the merch. He was selling my cookie on shirts and hats. I didn't have a financial backing to compete with him at the time. Well, I didn't even know at the time he was making them pre-order what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? So I didn't know that at the time. I wasn't business savvy enough. But anyhow, I didn't have a popularity or a fan base to push what he was pushing. And Rack-Low was selling pendants and chains and everything. So guess what? I'm the only person that owned a lowlife movie of me and my peers when we was children.
One more question. You still own the collection?
What, clothes?
Yeah, lowlife, the polo.
Oh, no. My peers do. No, not me. Due to all them years in jail and all that, like, I personally lost my shit. But my wardrobe is worth more than some of the lowlife, most of the lowlights, because I grown from Oliver and I'm Mr. Foreman. You know what I mean? Day shopping outlets. I wear outfits that's not even out yet. This shirt came from like 3 years ago. I don't think it's Burberry t-shirt costs like $250. I don't think people never saw it before. You feel what I'm saying? So my shit is on the next level. I got clothes in tubes to be held for futuristic. And that's no lie. Word of Granny Granny. Now I'm not gonna front. Like say people like Thurston, Rack, yeah, like their wardrobes is probably immaculate. You know what I mean? Because they haven't been incarcerated. They've been involved with the culture. And there's a whole lot of other ones, you know what I mean? But me per se, I don't fuck with Ralph Lauren like that no more because he don't acknowledge us or appreciate us as consumers and as people. You know what I mean?
As big marketers.
As marketers.
Can I ask a question?
What's
Why
up?
y'all don't be selling nigga shit, man? Y'all be hugging shit and stashing shit and putting shit away and all that, man. Like,
Oh, they do that shit to
niggas
make it
wanna
mad,
buy
they
shit,
make it
man.
work
Like, listen, man. Niggas got bread, niggas got money, man. Niggas wanna buy shit, man.
Because they don't want to sell it because it becomes dead stock.
Nah,
Because once it sells out and I still got it, then the price goes up on it.
See, what happened was
It's
this.
dead stock.
What happened was this. Like you said before, why you asked the question why us as lowlife as a whole isn't larger than what we are. Like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again, we do not stick together. If you recall, before 2 years ago was no retro Ralph Lauren items. The stuff that was out there, lowlifes, low heads, and vintage collectors, they had the items. So remind you, it's not in circulation. So guess what? It's valuable. Now, shout out to the piece of shit ass nigga Tom Galls, the photographer that did Bury Me With My Low On by Thurston Howard III. What he done was this. He works for Ralph Lauren now, by the way. But what he done was once he did the photography work on Bury Me With My Low On, and Vic Low and the rest of the lowlifes had a collaboration with Willie Esco and Fubu to do the lowlife brand. He went and snitched to the man, which was Ralph Lauren. So what Ralph Lauren did was reissue the same thing that was emulating. So what's that is? conflict of interest. It's a chess name. So I personally called Willie Esco myself. This was 2 years ago, before Logos for the Deuce. That's when Thurston Howard III had the black stadium.
Yeah.
He released that because FUBU, LoLife brand, released the stadium thing. So remind you, who you think gonna buy it from me? He did it smart. He gave all the spokesmen for the LoLife brand, which was Willie Esco, Raekwon the Chef, all our lyrical, shout it out AL, all our lyrical, Rack Low, Prance Low, Thurston Howard III. He gave all, and Jess Blaze, he gave all of them the same clothes. And they wore that one. But guess what? Ralph Lauren hired him now.
Well, listen, before we leave, man, I want to get your thoughts on this, man. With all this George Floyd situation and the police brutality, man, how you feel about that?
Get the text, the street sweepers and the max and all that other shit and bring it to them niggas. Shoot them niggas. Shoot them niggas. Lose one, kill two. Shoot them niggas. That's it. That's how we gon' win. Shoot them nniggas. Fuck that. Black lives matter, man. A lot of black niggas still gotta die in order for us to get ahead. Like that. Shoot him in the head. If not once but twice. Black niggas can't get ahead unless you shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head. Fuck that.
How you feel about that, my boy?
Besides my time being incarcerated, trying to come home, it's the worst of my life. When I say that, meaning this. I'm an activist. I'm talking about that hard. When I was, like I said before, I'm a debate. I love the debate. Yeah. I love the challenge though. Authority. How the Pilgrims told me, I always need a custodial adjustment. That's a entitlement that Department of Corrections use with me and people like me. My thing is this. If I know the rules and you're gonna penalize me for doing this, then you ain't better than me. If I gotta live by the rules, you gotta live by the rules. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hold you that to the letter of the law. Now with all this shit that's going on now, it's mean, it's different. Shout out to Moose Low, RP. Like one of my childhood friends, my comrade just got murdered like 2 days ago. Around my way in Howard.
Who's that?
You know what I mean? Moose Low, Moosey. They got murdered in Howard Projects. Even before that tragedy happened, right? Me, my bro 2-9, KI, you know what I mean? We was already on the verge of trying to, you know what I mean, minimize and stop the beef, with the young boys, you know what I mean? The Chews, the Wolves and all that musically, at least keep the shit musically, because I know the dynamics. If we keep fighting ourselves, Robert Sorrow and all them other people, Black Lives Matter, all of them gonna win. A lot of people don't like to believe in conspiracy theories and et cetera, et cetera. Like I said before, and I always state this, I only deal with anything that's within the rims of reality. Face masks I don't wear unless I gotta come to a building because it's fictitious, it's a fairy tale. Like I explained before, you know what a Hollywood is?
A Hollywood? In what sense?
A Hollywood is the thing that Mickey Mouse got on that long stick with a star on it. That's a Hollywood, technically. That's the name of it. A Hollywood make magic.
Okay.
That's why Tinseltown is the town of magic. That's why whatever they put on the tube or whatever they put in something else, they dazzle you with the shit. It's an illusion. You feel what I'm saying? I understand the dynamics of illusion, what society hit you with, and I understand the dynamics of the Black Lives Matter and them baiting us to do this or do that. You feel what I'm saying? So this is the worst because at least when I was a child, like we were saying before, to go full circle, hip hop had a message. Hip hop spoke for us, the people. Hip hop don't speak for the people no more, kid.
It definitely don't.
It don't speak for the people no more. How the fuck? Listen. Lately, no, I'm popular. You know what I mean? Because of myself and my plight.
I just want to know.
But lately, I became more popular lately because of the things that I post, because of the police brutality and things of that nature. A lot of videos that I post, you have the people on the side talking shit, but you watching the police doing a nigga dirty. Now, you ask me about a gang shit. You ask me about gang stuff. I'm Rudy Lo. I'm Rudolph Athea. In 1990, I blew police face off on Rikers Island before any gang was ever made of. A fact. Ask Mano, ask anybody. It's recorded in history. And after that, police never in their fucking life searched my cell, kid. They never searched my cell no more after that, man. And shout out to Todd Guns and Pork. Shout out. They hit me about maybe a month ago, they was in a gambling spot with Bush, and Bush gambling spot hit me like it was like 5 in the morning. I'm a jail nigga. I'm a jail nigga all my life. I wake up 5 o'clock every day all my life.
Still.
So all my life, I'm always gonna wake up 5. So right, I'm up. So Ty Guns and them hit me. They in a gambling spot. So Ty Guns like, yo, poor, this nigga Rudy Lo. Yo, I remember when ERU broke the nigga finger trying to take his diamond rings on Rikers Island. After that, no more. Because I took the stick from these motherfuckers and I started hitting them too. You feel what I'm saying? I always had problems with authority figures. Yeah. I advocated for myself to be released. When I say that, meaning that I didn't have an attorney. And I was on ILC, Inmate Liaison Committee of State. I always, listen, some niggas be gangsters a motherfucker. They'll kill a nigga in their hood or argue with their brother or their motherfucking man. Tell them to go across the street on a foreign land, they pussy. Or you tell them to get in front of the fucking man, they fall like a beast shit. Get the fuck up out of here. That's how niggas is. They get in front of they shake like a pair of Las Vegas dice. They get in the courtroom like this. They get in the back. Don't ask me what the fuck was said. Why you ain't ask them out there, nigga?
Basically what you saying, you got your time back without a fucking lawyer.
No, hell fucking yeah. And I hold up. Emphasis added. Shout out to the comrade. Corey Buzzy. Lost Boys. He got locked up for the retaliation of Freaky Top. I did his case, he came home. And we got Johnny Cochran, God bless the dead, to come in one day, but it's still history, to speak oral argument in 125 in Queens Court, Queens Boulevard. And that's how he got his reverse. Check the books. He a part of the Infomons thing. I got my OG Corey Buzzy, OB. You know what I mean? Big homie. I got my man Prince home, B.O. from Kingsville from his project, facing the death penalty. I beat it on the 190-50 grand jury testimony.
It's crazy because when we did the last joint and you had mentioned Mario, I hit a Mario.
Oh, Mario, that's the big homie, Mario Machete.
You're the legend, man.
Yeah, that's the big homie. I'm helping him now with his plight with the comrade.
He said he out here in Bushwick too.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
That's the big homie. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I got Hocus home, comrade Hocus, 4th, 5th. You know what I mean? Delatini.
Who's Hocus?
Hocus 45?
Yeah, that's my friend. That's my friend. That's like one of my closest friends. My son, Chill Ali, I worked on his case.
Chill Ali?
He's in my house. That's my friend. That's my friend. A few other people, you know what I mean? But I don't know, for my era, it ain't too many. Like, shout out to Equan, he from Ocean Avenue, he my age bracket. He got his own reverse. We work for a law firm now. He grew up with Mano. Actually, he's Mano attorney. You know what I mean? Me and him is from the same era. Bush is older than us. Bush has 2 reversals. The one that he home on now, and one prior to that. And that's the one where all the officers getting arrested with. Shout out to John Wayne, he got a reversal. It was corruption within the police department. So before we go and stuff, I want to ask you this last question. Do you feel like what's going on right now is gonna change? Actually, have any effect on overall on our community
this time, or do you feel like it's just gonna run till?
I didn't think that it was just gonna run its course. But I read the newspaper, the cover like 2 days ago, and they said they deaded the plainclothes police. Now, if they really dead, cause right after that I saw them out. I saw them around my way. 5 deep in the car.
I see the D's today.
I mean, but if they dead the plainclothes police,
but it might take time to go into effect. It might be like in like next 3 months or something like that.
But I always been conscious, like black wise. But now, organization wise, like I'm starting to be like part of 2 other organizations like SOS, Blackouts, organization I became a part of it. They're creating an app. So anytime any black man, anywhere you come into a situation,
with the
police or whatever, they got somebody that work in that legal field that'll pull up for you.
It's like the Black Panther app.
Like a Black Panther app. You feel what I'm saying? Like let's look at this.
Yo, it's so crazy, real quick.
Look at the dynamics.
How crazy? I said that the other day.
That sounds horrific. You know how much money?
Man, listen.
Black Lives Matter had?
Yeah, I heard.
I think over $30 billion or $30 million. And Robert Saburo gave that. And that goes to a whole heap of things.
But where's the effect?
I guess time gonna tell. Or unless certain people, but
time been telling.
Like people always say, like me myself, I got somebody working on a campaign for me right now, like real shit. Like I'm getting into politics. Like I'm gonna try to become a assemblyman or councilman. Yeah. Because it gotta start in-house. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing for us because they not in our community.
Especially
they ain't walking the streets that we walk. They ain't feeling what we feel.
Yes, I agree with that.
Like remember I told you I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning every fucking day. I live in Brownsville. I walk the streets. I walk like I walk the yard. It's bad, but I'm trained like that. I'm a jail nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't take myself out of harm's way. So I walk. I see the poverty. I see the shit in my community.
You see the problem. You know the problems.
You feel what I'm saying? And I personally work with struggles, man. I got my projects about 4 years ago. I helped NYCHA get $530,000 out of Cuba. 230,000 came to Van Dyke Housing to fix the boilers within 330. And when the tables were reversed, when I needed their assistance, I couldn't get an addy, kid.
Alright,
you only good as your last
I don't
number.
want to cut you short, but we gotta go on time.
Yeah, one more thing I want to say
Talk
to all the black police out there. When y'all see them homeless people on them street sleeping on them covers, man, y'all know how it is, man. Put them somewhere, man. For real. Then I'll know Black Lives Matter. Other than that, man, fuck out of here. Man, listen, man, there's people out there that need, yo, for real, bro. There's people out there that need life, man.
Yo, no fact,
They
though,
never
man.
had life.
Tiff, man, all people.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Kelso Frosty, man.
High school motherfucking break.
And we got
Rudy Lo Chronicles.
And we got who your master, man. You gotta shout yourself out, man. Shout yourself out.
Killer,
Master motherfucking Killer.
Man.
And this is Guys in the City podcast.
Listen, who produced criminal? I'm a
He's the
criminal.
best.
I've been considered a criminal in the judicial system.
Nah, that's my nigga. I'm tracking That's that nigga.